Hey guys! Today's video is another hair dyeing video. And I know that I said I was gonna actually probably do less of them, but it seems to really be where you guys' hearts are with me. I get tons of questions on Instagram and on here every week about technical stuff, what colors we've used on certain stuff. Will this color work, or will that color work, or how do we do this? And I am here for you guys for answers. And I don't know how long this will even last, like how long Rainbow High will be popular, or how long you guys will remain interested in dye videos, but I love doing them. I love being able to share that with you guys, so I will do them for as long as I can. Now, this week I'm trying really hard to talk louder. I've had a couple of people mention that I've kind of a baby voice. I get told that a lot in person. I don't talk very loud. So I'm actually trying to lean in and talk louder. I feel like I'm yelling in real life, but hopefully you guys can hear me. I do plan on investing in a microphone as soon as possible to make this easier as well. So for today's video, we're going to talk about a couple of things, and hopefully you guys will be able to hear me through all of it. First thing is, if you've been on Instagram at all this week, if you follow myself, any of the Dollstagrammers, you've seen a lot of new leaks from MGA. Now, most of these leaks originated on one of the European Amazons, I do believe, and were just scattered everywhere across Instagram. They were shared by a ton of people. At least one account that I know of, like that I follow, got deleted because MGA got like really mad about it, and they were like, take these down, like you shouldn't be sharing them, whatever. Honestly, okay, I get it. As an artist, if somebody shared something that I did before I was ready for them to, I would be salty. But at the same time, MGA has all of these Dollstagrammers sharing their stuff, hyping them up for free, and instead of going to the source and being mad at Amazon, who leaked all the pictures to begin with, they're mad at the Dollstagrammers who are sharing them. And I get it, but I don't get it. Like, we're out there working our butts off, hyping you up, getting people excited to buy your products, and you're gonna come and shut somebody's page down. Like, rude? But whatever. So, a couple of days ago, they started off with the Rainbow High leaks. We saw the school, the color-changing car. I mean, obviously we already knew about Jet Dawson, but we got what the winter break dolls look like and what they come with. And we got Series 3 and all the colors for what they're going to look like. But yeah, so I got to see what all of Series 3's hair colors look like in their art. The art was something that was leaked, and I already have plans, like what colors I'm dyeing who and when, and so as soon as I get them, you guys will be right along on the journey with me to see what colors they dye and how they look. I also have somebody who hit me up on Instagram who is selling off their entire collection for a very good price. Hopefully that goes through and it's all legit, and if I'm able to get their collection, we will do even more dye videos. For today, I'm going to share with you guys some of the stuff I've already dyed, and like I said, I didn't want to touch too much on the leaks, but you can hop over to pretty much any Dollstagrammer's Instagram and check out what Winter Break's going to look like, what color Series 3s are, and everything else that you could possibly think of. The only things we haven't seen are the twins, and I think like one or two of the special edition things. But yeah, so you guys can start planning what colors you want to dye stuff too. Alright, so today's video, I'm going to try to make it quick because my schedule's been really messed up lately. I actually had somebody really wonderful who wanted to do, like, they're doing, I guess, Dollstagram interviews, and they wanted to do one with me, but my schedule, like, I don't know that I'm going to be able to line up with them well enough to be able to do one. Fingers crossed in the future, I would be more than happy to. I did my first live video last week. Hopefully I can do more of those to answer even more of you guys' questions. One of the questions that I got quite a bit is, okay, so you guys probably know, I don't dye every doll on camera. Sometimes, because I have chronic pain and chronic illness, I can't sleep well. So I'll be up in like the middle of the night dyeing dolls while my whole family's asleep, and I can't make a video like talking this loud while everybody's sleeping. But one of the dolls I dyed recently, so you guys remember the Karma I did where I did like the roots? And like they were cool, but it made me realize that all of my other collection, I've got one doll with their original hair color and at least one dyed. And because I dyed both of my Karmas, one with the roots and one with the peacock hair, I didn't have one with her stock hair color. So I decided to dye the one with roots because I wanted to see what Karma would look like as a blonde. And I wasn't really sure how this was gonna go. I've seen other people kind of do it, and I think a lot of people use human hair dye for it. I tried the tan Rit dye, which is what I did blonde ramen noodle hair Sunny with. Sorry, her hair's never gonna not remind me of noodles. But, so I tried tan, and with Karma, because she has so much green in there, like her hair is this weird color of highlighter yellow green. So it's not really 100% yellow or 100% green. It's kind of that weird in between. The tan dye really didn't cover the green. Now, in order to cover green, you have to balance it out by its opposite, which is orange. So, in order to get this specific hair color that I'm about to show you, I used probably 4 tablespoons of tan, 2 tablespoons of tangerine orange, and a squirt or two out of the bottle of coral. Because I tend to just like poke a little hole in the dye bottle and like squirt it into the pan, like whatever. So I'm kind of guesstimating on those guess measurements. But yeah, it was mostly tan, some orange, and a little bit of coral. And I got this lovely copper color. There's no green showing through at all. And Karma looks great as kind of like a natural redhead or with this very like coppery orange color. And it's really weird because when her hair was wet, it looked almost brown. And of course, now that it's dry, it's almost like a very orangey red. Like, it's really pretty. And I did her pants. Her pants are in the cocoa brown. These were originally ruby pants with the red and the gold. So it changed the gold to copper and the red to brown. You can still see a little bit of the green in the stitching. So that's like a thing. But if you want a Karma with lovely copper hair, tan, orange, and coral is going to get it for you. Hopefully I'll be able to get her some more clothes to kind of match her core or her copper hair. Now, one of the other things I dyed, because I needed a Karma with her original hair color, I really don't like most of Karma's clothes. Her leather skirt, like her pleather skirt, looks pretty good on Jade, but I don't really like any of Karma's clothes on Karma. So I love redressing all my dolls. You guys know, like, that's a big thing for me on top of doing their hair and changing out their eyes now that I know how and I'm not scared, is dyeing their clothes. So I felt like Carmen needed some clothes that would match her and decided to dye this skirt of Sunny's. So the color I used for this is Rit All-Purpose Neon Green, and I think it goes pretty good with her hair color. And of course, I mean, the skirt was yellow to begin with, so it's got that yellow base, kind of how her hair does. And she's got like a Barbie extra purse. I'm not going to give her the roots this time. I'm going to keep her as is. I mean, you guys have already seen how the roots are. The other question I've gotten a whole bunch of this week is, can you dye Averys wigs? Now, a lot of people may already know that yes, you can. They're the same fiber as what's rooted in the normal dolls. They dye the same as a normal doll's hair dyes. It's the same procedure. You've got your hot water, whether sink method or boil method, you know, a bit of salt, a bit of white vinegar, and your dye in whatever blend that you want to do. Now, Rit Dye actually has a PDF, which I think I mentioned linking before, but I don't remember if I did, that shows you what colors you can use to blend to get certain colors. The problem is that it would really only be accurate if you were starting off with a clean base, which would be a Maya series one with the white hair. Other than that, like, because of whatever color you're starting off with, and because their hair is a multiple color blend in most cases, the PDF kind of vaguely helps, but isn't even guaranteed. So that's something to consider. But recently I had, so you guys have seen my collection. If you haven't, I just posted the entirety of it together on a post on one of the Facebook groups. I'm posting it doll by doll on Instagram. At any point in time, you guys can hop on there and ask me what colors I used or what method I used, whatever, and I'm more than happy to tell you how to do it. I don't mind if people copycat me. I'm here to tell you how to copycat me, what to use, all of it. I don't even mind. But of course, obviously, I wouldn't copycat somebody without asking first, and anytime I take a commission for somebody, I don't give out information on those dolls because those people might not be okay with it. They usually tell me what they want and kind of give me a design idea. So I'm working to create their idea. But other than that, I'm more than happy to tell you guys how to do stuff. In the case with Averys wigs, like I said, if you've seen my collection, I kept one Avery in a lavender wig, one in her pink version of her wig. I have a third Avery that I got for her clothes closet because I wanted more clothes to dye, who has like an eBay rainbow wig. I think that's all my Averys for now. But on the last Avery I bought, I sold her, I think, pink wig, and I had her lavender wig left, which honestly, out of the two of them, I think the lavender one has a lot more tinsel than the pink one. And so I ended up dyeing it orange because someone on Instagram, Alex's Magic Corner, which I will absolutely add below, had a beautiful orange crystal. They said they didn't mind if I created one because I was really considering it. Now with the leaks that came out with Rainbow High, there's a girl who looks to have Krystal skin tone and who has pink hair. It's kind of like a dark pink, like rose color. But honestly, there's also another one, I think it's Sunny's skin tone, that has peach colored hair. And both of those will honestly be easier to dye orange than a Krystal. I was going to use this wig on Krystal, ended up, this is a really long story, I'm so sorry. Ended up buying a Bella. I was going to dye her blue. I wanted her kind of like this light blue color that's on my shirt. Deboxed her, took everything off. Like, I should have checked her hair before I even pulled her all the way out of the box. I didn't. I've gotten a couple of dolls now where their hair was really, really thin. But I don't know, like, it's usually really rare. Like, it's not something that's very common that I get a doll with hair that thin. But y'all, she was so bald. I will add pictures. She was so bald. She had like a huge bald spot above her ear. Her hair, without me even brushing it, like without me running my fingers through it or anything, I put it in some lukewarm sink water, not even hot water. Lukewarm sink water with a little bit of dye, swished it around, pulled her up, and like her hair is falling out in clumps. So I start checking, and like there are huge, massive bald spots already. Not even like where the hair is falling out, but like where there was no hair, I guess, to begin with. I don't know. It was bad. So I decided to reroute her. My husband and I were working on my car for like 3 days because it needed a whole new cooling system and everything. And a lot of the bolts were rusted. It took a while. But so while we were working on cars, in between me handing him stuff, like I was rooting her hair. And I rooted it with some silver from a BJD wig I had. I didn't like it. I feel really bad because it took me a long time to do, but I didn't like it. I felt like because so much of her hair was like thin or falling out that you couldn't really see the blue. There was more BJD wig than the color I actually even wanted. The BJD hair was shorter, so I kind of cut her hair off, but honestly, it just looked like grandma hair to me. I didn't like it. I ended up freaking out, taking it all out, using the orange wig on Bella. There are more pictures of her, of course, on my Instagram, but here she is. She has Kaya eyes and a Barbie dress and her own pink shoes. And I think the necklace is Barbie as well. But this is an Avery wig. And all I did was, it's the color tangerine orange, just over this lavender wig. I did take all the tinsel out. My arthritis was not thrilled with me on any of this. I don't like rerooting because it's very hard on my hands and like my joints are really bad. And so the rerooting was hard enough. And then to end up hating it and taking it all out was terrible. And then to decide that I didn't like the tinsel because it really didn't go with the aesthetic I was going for. You guys, so I don't even know where to start. Like, I dyed one of Averys wigs before, and I dyed it red for a friend of mine who had mentioned wishing that they had had one created in red. So I made one for her and sent it as a surprise gift. And, like, she didn't, I don't know, like, she didn't mention wanting tinsel out, so I left it in. I don't know if she ever took it out, but I sent it to her with the tinsel in there. And a lot of doll collectors don't like tinsel. I think maybe kids do because, ooh, it's shiny, it's glittery. I honestly don't mind tinsel so much. Like, I think it's cute. I didn't mind it in Cleo's hair or Nefra's hair from Monster High. I didn't really mind it in some of the OMGs. I love Dazzle. She's one of my favorites. So I'm not really against tinsel. I like glitter hair and shiny hair. I have my own glitter hair. Do you guys remember glitter roots? This was like a thing like 2-3 years ago. I don't know. Longer maybe. It was really popular on like Pinterest and Instagram. Like, I think that it was before TikTok's time, but it was really popular at one point. And so I did it today in celebration of I got a Sailor Moon shirt, so having sparkly star hair and Space Bonds works with the whole thing. I've got star leggings on, you guys. It's a real thing. I'm very spaced out today. But yeah, so I don't mind tinsel hair. I took the tinsel out. The longer pieces you can kind of wrap around your finger and just kind of tug out. It's not that serious. but the shorter, like, bang pieces, I had to get tweezers and kinda, like, work in between to pull them because they were hard to get a hold of, and I didn't wanna risk pulling out, like, her regular hair. My arthritis was not pleased with any of it. 10 out of 10, would not do again. So my lovely friend wrote me, and she asked me, Becca asked me, would I mind dyeing some more wigs for her? Which obviously not. Like it's fun. I can use it for this video. Like don't mind at all. So she had the eBay sellers send them to me, and I dyed them for her. She wanted the lavender in kind of like a charcoal gray, and then she wanted the pink one to be turned black. Now, that's exactly what we did. Like, I made a little video of it. Again, it's just like dyeing their other hair. You've got your pan of hot water, your salt, your vinegar, all of that. So here is how the lavender one turned out. It still looks a little dark because it's still wet, but it's a really pretty soft gray color. And I mean, if she decides to take this out, I do think it'll be really pretty. Wish I could do that for her, but my arthritis says no. But it did come out a really pretty charcoal gray color. The other wig she wanted was the pink one to be turned black. I think she actually had planned on leaving this one, sorry, knocked crooked a little bit when I turned my alarm off, that she had planned on leaving the sparkly stuff in, the tinsel in. But again, so this one I actually used Dye More's graphite, and I don't think I had included in the video showing what color dye I used. I don't use a lot of Dye More on doll stuff because it can stain their skin, but because this isn't attached to the doll, I didn't have to worry about that. But I keep a lot of stuff on hand because I dye like bridal dresses and stuff on the side for like photography stuff, or I used to, not really anymore. But yeah, so I dyed these for her, and just so you can tell the difference between the gray and the black, they came out really pretty. So yes, Averys wig can be dyed just like any other doll hair. I think that's pretty much all the questions you guys had for me this week, other than showing you guys how to reroot, which I might do in a separate video. Like I said, I really tried not to do a lot of rerooting because it's very hard on my hands, but I will do my best. We'll see. And fingers crossed that I get that really awesome set of dolls that that person is selling and everything goes through all right, because I will do so many dye videos for you guys if it goes through. I mean, this person has I think every doll so far except for Stella in the picture, all the cheer dolls, all the series 1, all the series 2, some duplicates of a few, all the special dolls like Kia and Avery and series 1 Amaya, all of their clothes, stands, everything. So if the sale goes through and I manage to get them and everything is legit, I will definitely be making dye videos for you guys from here until who knows when. I will also, if everything goes through when the dolls come in, take a poll on what color you guys want me to dye them. So if you don't already, hop over and follow me on Instagram. If you want to see future videos because you liked this one, or you just enjoy watching doll hair dyeing because it's very therapeutic, by the way, please do, like I said, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and I will see you guys next week. Like I said, hop over on Instagram, ask me all your questions, and yeah, I'll see you later.